Man, I am sweating nuggets. Welcome everyone to the Mike Martin Podcast. Like, click, subscribe, and share. Come on and share it. Hey, man, do I have a doozy today? I'm telling you, this one gets me worked up too, because if you know anything about me, you know I'm a supporter of the big guy, you know, the current president. Well, when I look and I see lies, I mean right to our faces, I gotta be a truthful guy. I'm all about peace and truth, right? You gotta give it the truth. It should set us free. But I'm watching manipulation firsthand. I want you to look at this and you tell me if you see what I see.
Going to have people involved in that whole situation. We hear it was obliteration. It was a virtual obliteration. When you take a look at the ground above, don't forget the flame is all underground. But everything above, if you look at the before and the after picture, everything above is burned black. The trees, everything. There's one building, but that's a building that sunk substantially into the granite, so that, you know, the fire goes right over it. I believe it was total obliteration. I believe they didn't have a chance to get anything out because we acted fast. If it would have taken 2 weeks, maybe, but it's very hard to remove that kind of material.
Hold up, wait a minute here. Now, wait a second here. Let's think about this. Okay, so all I hear is pure speculation, first of all. I think, I believe. Well, you know what? You can think in one hand and wish in the other. Where's it going to get you? Same place, you know what I mean? Okay, point being, you are assuming, my friend, and I think we all can be safe saying he is assuming right now. And who's to say that they didn't get the uranium out before we hit them? How about that? Heck yeah. All right, let's see what's going on here. What you got for us, buddy?
Dangerous for them to remove it. Plus, they knew we were coming. And if they know we're coming, they're not going to be down there. There aren't too many people that are going to be down there. Pete, do you have something to say about that?
Well, Mr. President, when you talk to the people who built the bombs, understand what those bombs can do, and deliver those bombs, they landed precisely...
Wait a minute. Before he goes on this whole diatribe about they did this and they did that, this guy right here, Sneaky Pete, he's about one step away from R. Kelly, if you know what I mean. I ain't kidding. You do your research. All I'm saying is if you got any under, you know what? I'm going to move on. But on a business note, this is pure blame another person. I'm going to talk out of both sides. This is exactly what talking out of both sides of your mouth is. Watch this.
Flawless mission.
Flawless.
Right down where we knew they needed to enter. And given the 30,000 pounds of explosives and capability of those munitions, it was devastation underneath Fordo. And the amount of munitions, 6 per location, any assessment that tells you it was something otherwise is speculating with other motives. And we know that because when you actually look at the report, by the way, it was a top secret report, it was preliminary, it was low confidence, all right?
Hold on, wait a second. First of all, we caught that at the end there. Well, it was top secret. Well, you know what? When you're in the limelight like this, you know, you can't be pointing at this direction over here because you got 4 little piggies pointing right back at you. And you and I both know that. And wait, you know what? Go ahead and bury yourself. Go ahead.
So this isn't, you make assessments based on what you know.
They said it could be very devastating, very serious.
Moderate to severe, and we believe far more likely severe and obliterated. So this is a political motive here.
Ha! Sorry about that. I almost got too excited right there. Okay. I know every single one of you out there just heard that. We believe it is severe and obliterated. No, it does not work like that. It's either severe or it's obliterated. It cannot be both. All you're doing is speculating and trying to appease and cover yourself and make yourselves look less, I don't know, like liars. I'm sorry, everybody. You guys know that I was a big support jumper. I'm a support jumper. Son of a biscuit. Give me some on that, everybody. Anyways, let's get back to it here.
Is there a leak investigation?
Of course, we're doing a leak investigation with the FBI right now because this information is for internal purposes, battle damage assessments, and CNN and others are trying to spin it to make the president look bad when this was an overwhelming success.
We had a tremendous success, and this is the New York Times. I call it the failing New York Times. It's going to hell.
Nope, nope, nope. Here we go again. Now it's the classic. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blame everyone else. And here, NBC, let me tell you how terrible you are. Oh, you're this bad. Okay, thanks. Hey, CNN, how terrible are you guys? Oh, we're pretty crappy too. Have you heard, what's the name? Cooper, he's getting us out the door. Oh, wait a minute. Here, CBS. Oh, see you later, BS people. I don't know. You're going to go ahead and attack everyone. And what does that do? First of all, that doesn't seem very peaceful, does it? Does it? Give me some. That's what I'm saying. I voted for the peace, people, and I know there's a million other people. You know what? There's millions of other people out there that voted for the peace, and I'm not vibing with this, but let's go ahead and listen.
And CNN, which, as you know, very few people are watching, and you would think they'd do the opposite. You would think they'd want to say, this was an unbelievable success. And the thing that hurts me is it's really demeaning to the pilots and the people that put that whole thing together, the generals. That was a perfect operation. And
wait a second. No one's saying anything about the pilots that they didn't do a good job. They didn't put their lives on the line. They didn't go out there and defend our great country. We are all, you know what? Heck yeah, thank you guys. We're saying that. No one's saying that. That's a great job. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. But what you're doing over here is trying to deflect it. And if you have a little bit of sense out there, we can see it. Stevie Wonder can see what you're doing. You're deflecting. And that ain't cool, man. That ain't cool.
Holes. And this was done from 52,000 feet. There was no moon, there was no light, and those 3 holes are right together. And also, and nobody talks about this, we shot 30 Tomahawks from submarines, in particular one submarine, but that was 400 miles away. Mm-hmm. And every one of those Tomahawks hit within a foot of where they were supposed to hit. Took out a lot of buildings that Israel wasn't able to get. We took them out with Tomahawks. We don't even talk about that. This was a devastating attack, and it knocked them for a loop. And if it didn't, they wouldn't have settled. If they had won, if we didn't take it out, they wouldn't have settled. Somebody mentioned that to me last night. If that thing wasn't devastated, they would have never settled. Marco, do you have something to say? No,
But sorry about that, guys. But did we win? What did we win? Because honestly, I'm looking a little bit longer down this road here, and I'm seeing some other people. Have you ever heard that term, unlikely allies? Well, that's something to be in tune for. But now let's go ahead and shift it on over to BDI guy here and see what's going on. Rubio.
First of all this stuff about the intelligence, this is what a leaker is telling you the intelligence says. That's the game these people play.
Hold on. Wait a second. Is he awake now? Is he awake? Oh my gosh. He's got to be awake now. That is fantastic. Yes. Yes. Last time I saw him, he looked like what was that little guy's name? Howdy Doody? You guys are probably too young to know about Howdy Doody. But yeah, anyways, let's go.
They read it, and then they go out and characterize it the way they want it characterized, and they're leakers. This is the game they play. So that's number one. Number two, here's a fact. The conversion facility, which you can't do a nuclear weapon without a conversion facility. We can't even find where it used to be on the map. You can't even find where it used to be because the whole thing is just blackened out. It's gone.
It's wiped out.
It's wiped out. Then we dropped 12 of the strongest bombs on the planet right down the hole in 2 places. Everything underneath that mountain is in bad shape. And I refer you to the statement of the IAEA, Mr. Grossi. You know what he said? He said there was Iran, the way it looked the day before the attack, and what their nuclear program looks like now. 2 very different things. They are way behind where they were just 7 days ago. Now, anything in the world can be rebuilt, but now we know where it is. And if they try to rebuild it, we'll have options there as well. But all this leaker stuff, these leakers are professional stabbers. That's what they are. They go out and they read this stuff, and then they tell you what it says.
Are we really behind? Are they going to be really behind, guys? Are they going to be behind? Or did we blow it all up? Because what I'm hearing is we got down there to the bottom, but we didn't get to the bottom where it really was because I believe we didn't reach the actual bottom to where it was buried. And allegedly, prior weeks here, they've been moving the uranium out. But that's just what I heard.
Against the law, but they characterize it for you in a way that's absolutely false. There's no way Iran comes to the table if somehow nothing had happened. This was complete and total obliteration. They're in bad shape. They are way behind today compared to where they were just 7 days ago because of what the president did.
Michael, can I just alert you to one
Iran went down to the site afterwards. They said it's so devastated, and they settled when they saw what we did to it. And frankly, if we didn't do that, they would have had a lot of ammunition to keep going. They wouldn't have settled. Somebody brought that up, and 2 Iranians went down to see it, and they called back, and they said, this place is gone. So it's just fake news by CNN, which has got no ratings. It's a failed network.
Oh boy, here we go again. Now comes into the very, very, very gruesome badgering of all the news stations and all that good stuff. What I would say there is, you, as in Donald, what 2 Iranians? Come on, people. Anyone in their right minds. He says 2 Iranians went down there and say they were this and that. What 2? Siskel and Ebert? Who was it? Ben and Jerry? Huh? Thelma and Louise? Who was it? Come on. That. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't even do that. So, anyways, I'll leave the whole assessment up to you. We'll leave you on a little bit of a higher note, I guess. But like, click, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Wait a minute. I want to get on camera and tell you guys something. Hold on.
Katie, I'll tell you.
Mr. President.
You know what Marco reminded me that he did such a nice job there. It was 9 years ago I had to debate this guy. He was not easy. I think he even got better. But when you were into your little thing, I said, this is when I had to debate this guy. You think it's easy to debate?
Going from severely damaged to devastated to severely damaged to obliterated to we don't know aided. Come on. It's a word salad. It's to take the heat off of what you, Donald, what you guys said. You said it was obliterated. Go back and look at it. And now we're saying, well, yeah, it was obliterated, but it was also devastated. What? I don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? Like, click, subscribe, and remember, there's a lot of AI out there. You can see it. Don't necessarily believe it.
For that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time.